Have you scrapped the proposal or are you reviewing it?
Sudha, I don't think so. We need to scrap it because it's an inclusion of every community in the participation of every activity,
Right.
every job, everything. It's about the holistic approach towards the development of the country. And if the BJP thinks it can alienate one community, two communities, or the three communities for their political gain and their the poisonous agenda that they have, I think the country will not accept it. The people of this country will not accept it. We will stand by what we say. We will definitely oblige with our policies.
Very well said, Nizam. But then why is your chief minister and also the deputy chief minister says there is no proposal, nothing so far, they are all drinking it up because of the elections. So, is the party and the government speaking in a forked tongue? Because it seems like they are not interested right now. They are not even mulling over it, Nizam.
I think if you see the way the BJP has played its cards in the last 15, 20 days across the country about how it wants to divide the nation, you can really see the evidence how it has tried to divide the nation into vertical half. The question today is that whether a government wants to make sure every community is in the social justice framework. Yes, if Mr. Sidramaya and DK Shivakumar has said we are mulling, and I don't think so. We should take everything in a doubt or in definitive manner.
No,
The
DK
BJP is
Shivakumar,
always
I
against the
understand
community.
because, yeah, I understand because Siddaramaya in 1994 had said, sorry, Siddaramaya in just April had said that this has been in place since 1994. So, let us wait and see. I defended it in Bidar, you remember, in April. But then the way DKS
Yeah,
just, we'll play the
yeah.
bite again. Let's quickly play DKS's bite and then I go to Anand Gurumurthy. Just listen to him.
No question of any reservation, nothing has been done, nothing has been discussed, nothing in the cabinet. It is all false at the time of election. They are just trying to create confusion. There is no question of any reservation on any contract on any issue.
I mean, ladies and gentlemen, that's for you to clearly see that either DK Shivakumar is now trying to deflect the issue or Nizam is just being very, very polite to say we believe in social justice. Anand Gurumurthy. Hi, I hope you're doing well. Anand
Yes,
Gurumurthy,
ma'am.
there is one argument that this community, so far as their role in being contracts, they're not well represented. Don't you think that they should be well represented? What is your main contention? Is your contention this fear that if they give it to the Muslims, who are they taking it away from? Maybe they are not. Maybe just increasing it, from 43 to 47%. So, what's your problem? Where is the appeasement? Because after all, Muslims are also part of your constituents in Karnataka.
We have no issues if they do it in the way the constitution is defined. Any extra constitutional decisions, let them take the parliament approval, let them take the assembly approval, let them do whatever they want, which is good for the people. And see, as you said, Muslims also belong to this country. So we don't have any issues if it is within the constitution's ambit. Otherwise, what happens? Other people will go question in the court and it will be dissolved. So even the Muslims will not get, and even the contracts will not get executed properly. And finally, what happens is what Congress is looking for. I want to explain this little bit, Sudha.
Sure.
See, what they do is one person, they play a good cop, bad cop here. One person, one minister comes and speaks for it, or they live out a news in the media about this, and the discussion starts. Then one person comes and denies it. Now, the news coverage, when you do it, you cover both for 20 minutes or 30 minutes and give a clear picture to the people of what has happened. But what these people they do is they take these videos, cut into what portion they want, and supply it to the right communities through WhatsApp, Telegram, and other social media channels. This way, they are actually confusing the electorate, whether it is Hindus, Muslims, or any other caste or anything. They now have numbers and other things grouped together, and they only supply videos which will add to more confusion. So one of the electorate believes that the reservation is done, the other believes that the reservation is not done. Finally, nothing is done, nothing happens, and finally everybody suffers. But who is in the advantageous position? Mr. Siddaramaya and his government. The Congress is doing this From last 2-3 years, they have become experts in this, and this is what is killing our country now, and that is the thing that we are opposing, Siddha. It's
Yeah.
not about whom they are giving what.
Yeah.
If they are doing the scientific way and they are helping people, that is the best thing that can happen in our country. But they are not doing that.
All
They
right.
did this last 70 years using media by by having different articles written in different voices in different newspapers and circulating it.
You opened this conversation by saying, why not? And you said we are mulling over it, although we played you DKS bite where he's clear, no proposal, nothing doing or whatever. That's his style, one understands. But Nizam, I want to ask you, tell me something. If you give 4% reservation in government contracts, civil works to the Muslims, how is it going to empower them? Do you think that their community has been marginalized in so far this sector is concerned? You have different categories of people. There is CST category 1, 2. It also has some Christians in its ambit. But the Muslims really don't have a great representation. And what would you like to say about that? I mean, how is it going to help the Muslims here?
See, Sudha, when the BJP says that the reservation is a problem, the reservation is a problem for them because they believe in marginalizing the people across the sections. SC/ST has about 24%, OBC's category 1 has about 4%, OBC section, category 2A has about 15 proposed. If 4% for the Muslims doesn't really make a huge impact over कि इसने the way Mr. Amit Shah and Modi says कि मैं आके हटा दूंगा, ये सारी चीजें मुसलमानों को दे देंगे, ये सारी चीजें मुस्लिम्स को दे देंगे, ये मंगलसूत्र उतार के उनको दे देंगे, जमीन दे देंगे. I think this kind of a narrative has basically created a fear monger among the larger sections of the community. What I simply say is the representation of the society, it has to be in a wholesome rather than having a one tilted approach. The BJP is playing its cards for the Maharashtra elections.
So tell me,
BJP
okay.
is playing these
Yeah.
cards for the various elections that is going on across
Why are
the
you
nation.
then? Why is your
So the
deputy chief minister not playing the card? He says no proposal. What should I take it as?
so
Even
the
the chief
proposal
minister's
is
office,
not.
sir, he said no
No,
proposal,
let-
no reservation. What is this?
No, the proposal is not tabled in the cabinet. So he is correct in what he's saying.
Will you
The
bring it in the
discussions
winter
will happen
session?
in the due time.
Will you bring it
The
in the winter
discussions
session?
will definitely
Nizam?
happen in the due time. Does the BJP, the question is, does the BJP want to completely alienate one community and say you have no adhikar, you have no rights, you have nothing to do with anything that is constructive across the country? Either
All right.
it could be in the infrastructure, it could be in the
Okay.
education,
Anand.
it could be in the economic, in the work. So how is that BJP saying that the Congress or any
No, but
other party
yeah,
is
sure.
playing a
But at least today on this debate, I get to feel that the BJP is clear in what it wants to say, but you don't seem to be speaking, repeating what your deputy chief minister is saying. The deputy chief minister DK Shivakumar is clearly trying to deflect the issue and say, let Channapatna be over, then we will talk about it. Arey, what has that got to do? You got a fabulous victory in the last elections, and also most of the Muslims voted for you. You have Muslim support. Look at Telangana. That's an example. Look at, of course, Karnataka was the first example. Anand Gurumurthy, if I can have you on the screen. Anand Gurumurthy, nothing is going to move. It's not like a toffee I have under the table and I will distribute it. The backward commission, is the deciding factor. They will decide. What objections will you have if the Muslims are taken under the larger ambit of OBCs in Karnataka? Then what do you do?
See, if it is constitutionally done, we will not be able to do anything.
Why are you doubting
Okay.
it? Why are you
Because
doubting?
the way these
We are
guys
not a
do-
banana republic, no.
But problem is Sidramaya is running the show like that. Okay, every day he's doing something. For example, the issue of Waqf. They say one day, and the farmers are given notices. Then the notices are taken back. They're just confusing people. They'll not do anything. They'll not do anything which is constructive for the people. They will just make communities fight. They will just ensure that people are in confusion. And Muslim leaders should understand that these people are not serving the purpose either of the Muslim community or the country. Okay, both they are
No, Anand,
they're
the
just-
Chinnappa Reddy Commission, would you agree that historically the Chinnappa Reddy Commission in 1994 had recommended the 4% reservation. Now let's talk about your chief minister, who Baswaraj Bommai. He got it scrapped. Why?
Here, there is a point, Sudha, which is very, very clear. Okay, see, the same reservation, according Constitution clearly says reservation cannot be given based on religion.
Huh.
So it is very clear that anybody goes to the court, it will get scrapped. Already in the Telangana, this thing, it has gone to court and it's in the Supreme Court. So what is the point in, giving something and, then denying it to people by not implementing it? They're just keeping it on paper. Where is the implementation?